Greetings people, this is Keith Modesto doing my Let's Play Minecraft series using the Feed the Beast Forge mod loader and the Direwolf 20 mod pack. Now before we get too far, I should say that I messed up when I recorded this episode. For some reason, and I don't know why, I did not record the audio. I did not record the audio of myself speaking, that is. So I've thrown away the recording of the video and the audio from this session, and I'm recording it new as a voiceover. I guess you could also call it a video over because I'm on the screen, but I'm recording this maybe a week later than I recorded this session. So this will be a little strange. But I think what I was doing in this episode was, see, in the last episode I went to the Hungry node and was trying to scan it to unlock aspects that I haven't unlocked yet at this point in my gameplay with the thermometer, using the Thaumcraft mod. And so I think I went exploring for nodes and other things to scan. And I think right here what I'm saying is that I found, see, I'm showing this on the map, I'm a bit north of my base. And so I wanted to, and I hadn't intended to, I wasn't recording when I did this, but then I found something interesting, so I came on to record it. So here is the interesting thing, which is some tainted land. I think taintedness is from Farmcraft also, and it's just really, I don't know much about it, but it's just really nasty, weird looking stuff that kind of spreads around. Also, there's some obsidian, a little obsidian monument, I'm not sure what to call it, and here I'm flying over to it, and there's a chest in the middle of it, and I found some loot in it. I need to let my cat in here. Okay, so I'm going to open up the chest. I already took all the loot out, and that's when I decided I should record what I found. Okay, I just flew away, I think, because there's a chance of I forget what they're called. There's these little sparkly things that can be around that can attack you, that are in places like that, so I didn't want to hang around, although I never saw one. Okay, so I think I was just talking about the biomes that are around here. There's a witchwood forest right there, and it says tainted land for the biome right there if you look at the bottom. Okay, now I think I'm going to open up my inventory to show. I will at some point open up the inventory. Yes, I found some blue orchids, some tin and copper, but I also found, more importantly, a stencil there, I found a builder's wand and a axe of the stream. There we go, axe of the stream, I'm showing it right now. You can see it on the tooltip. And the builder's wand. The builder's wand is from Extra Utilities, and it's a really cool way to quickly build things. The axe of the stream is from Thaumcraft, and it lets you chop down trees quickly. And also, like if you just have a regular axe, you kind of have to get up to the top of the tree, fly up or whatever, use scaffolding, you have to have some way to get to the top of the tree to get all the wood, to chop down all the wood. Whereas the axe of the stream kind of like pulls the wood down for you, so you don't have to, you can just stay at the bottom of the tree and chop the whole thing down. It also makes the leaves fall faster and saplings to fall faster. Like when you chop down a tree, the leaves deteriorate, but it takes a while. With axe of the stream, it takes less time. Okay, and I don't remember what I was talking about at this point. Maybe about what I was planning to do next. Pretty soon we're going to be doing a cut. I can see that on my timeline right now. What I'm doing right now is I'm watching the recording that I made in ScreenFlow and doing this recording at the same time. So I can do this voiceover or video voiceover. And I'm looking at my builder's wand again. I guess I'm saying I'm planning on using it. It'll be very useful for building things. And let's see. I watched this video yesterday when I discovered that I had not recorded the audio and went, oh no. But now I can't remember what I was doing next. Well, we'll find out in a moment. It's kind of, maybe I was saying this might be a nice area to do something because it's all hilly, but it's still kind of far away. I don't know if it would be a good idea to build near tainted lands. I'm not sure if tainted lands can expand or not. Okay, excuse me. Okay, now we're back at the base, my base. And let's watch for a moment to remember, so I can remember what it was I was doing. Probably put all my stuff away already. Yes, I put the builder's wand in that chest and the axe of the stream. I put them away. And did I put something in here? Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, yes. I'm going to start doing some stuff with Thaumcraft. So with Thaumcraft, you have to make... there's a couple of things you need to make. I think I already made the Thaumonomicon. I don't know if that was in the in the previous episode to this one or the episode before, but now we're going to make some tables. These are just nice tables you can set down, but if you combine them in certain ways, they also make additional items in Thaumcraft. I guess at first I'm going to make a wand. Am I going to make a wand? Or did I make one already? Actually, I think I already made the wand. What am I going to make now? Oh, a cauldron. We got to make a cauldron. So to make a cauldron, you first make a... Oh, no, wait. First you make them a cauldron, and then you turn the cauldron into a crucible. The cauldron is a Minecraft item. The crucible is a Thaumcraft item. So here we're going to make the cauldron. All right. And what you do is you place the cauldron down in the world and right-click it with your wand, and that turns it into a crucible, which you need for a Thaumcraft. And I also need to grab... Do I remember to do it now, or do I have to come back? Because I'm going to need some kind of... I'm not sure if they're called scribing tools. I think they are called scribing tools. You have to have scribing tools to make... to turn 2 of the tables into a research table. We're going to need research table. Oh, I grabbed some netherrack because the crucible has to be heated. What you do is you put the crucible down and you fill it with water, and then you put a heat source underneath the crucible. There's several different things you can use for that. The easiest way to start off is just to have some netherrack and you set it on fire. So right now I'm grabbing some flint, and I only want 1 piece and not 2. Anyway, so I grab a piece of flint and a piece of an ingot of iron, and you can make yourself some flint and steel to set things on fire, right? And so I need that because I'm going to set the netherrack on fire to be the heat source for the crucible. Oh, and there I'm showing off. I guess I hadn't shown this before in my series. I built this building. It's not done yet, but I got a good start on it for an expansion of my base. I'm gonna have all my Thaumcraft stuff in the top floor. I originally, when I was first building this, I wasn't planning on making it that large. I wanted it to be tall but skinnier. But when I was building it, I realized there's a setup you do in Thaumcraft to infuse items to make them magical, and to make and I haven't built it yet. I will be, but it needs a certain it needs a pretty good size area, and so I needed to make the building wider, at least on the top. And since I did it on the top, I did it on the whole thing. Anyway, you need a pretty wide area, a pretty large area to do it. And I just built it out of bricks. Oh, let's see. So I think this is the first time showing this also, is a tunnel. I built a tunnel from where my base started to my new expanded part of the base. These are these are stone lamps from Railcraft. They're just if you you craft it by taking a torch, the old the vanilla Minecraft torch. You put that in the crafting grid and right in the middle, and then you put on top and bottom of it a stone slab. You make stone slabs are also vanilla items. They're just, you take 3 pieces of stones, 3 stone blocks, and put them in a line, and you get, I think, 6 stone slabs. Well, anyway, so 2 stone slabs, top and bottom, plus a torch gives you this stone lamp, which looks pretty cool. And one of the nice things about it is you can stick it right on the ceiling. I have them here hanging down from posts because I thought it looked a little nicer. Also, the lights needed to be a little closer to the floor in order to cover, to keep the light level high enough to keep mobs from spawning. The reason for putting all those in there was to keep mobs from spawning. Let's see. Anyway, so I built all these stairs here. So this is leading up to the top of the butte where the new building is. Oh, and eventually I'm going to have kind of a little rail and cart system going through that tunnel so I can get from one part of the base to another more quickly. You can see here that this bottom layer, this was the original width I was going to have, and then I expanded it out so the next levels are wider. and I've just got stairs. Eventually I'll put in elevators after I get enough ender pearls that I feel like I can spend ender pearls to make them. So here is the 3rd floor, and I might move some of my Ars Magica stuff onto this floor. I haven't done that yet. Oh, and I was showing that I made stairs. Those are just upside down stairs on the top, which I thought looked pretty nice, having that as kind of like the edging around. Oh, see, so I used stone bricks, and eventually I'm going to switch those out for some other material to make the building look nicer and more varied. But I use stone bricks because they're, to begin with, because they're easy to make. You can get a lot of them, because you just make them from stone blocks, which I've got a bunch of from my igneous extruder. So any moment now I'm gonna, oh no, this is the top floor. I was already at the top floor, sorry. So this is where I'm gonna put my all my Thaumcraft stuff. And that area right there is where I'm gonna do the setup for the infusing, which uses, I forget what they're all called, an infusing altar and some pillars. It's like a multi-block structure, but all the blocks aren't even connected. You have like a multi-block structure in the middle, and then you have pedestals around it in a circle, a blockified circle, the way Minecraft is. And you place things around on the columns, and the thing you want to infuse goes in the middle, and you have to have all kinds of crazy stuff. I've not done it before, although I've seen it being done, but I haven't done it. Anyway, so I'm placing down 2 tables, and now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna realize that I need something else and go back to my base. Oh, but first we're gonna right click on just one. That makes the arcane work table. There we go. So arcane work tables are one way of making magical items. It's got a crafting grid. You can use it just like a crafting table. I guess now maybe I've realized that I need something else. I don't know why I went down. Oh yeah, so I just checked my backpack. So I'm just gonna fly. I'm gonna fly, and I'm guessing what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some scribing tools. I need to get a feather, and let me talk about that when I get to it. So the arcane work table, that is like a crafting table, only you also put a wand in it, and that gives it magic. It uses magic to make items. There are items in Thaumcraft that you craft into grid like in a crafting table, but in addition to the items that you put in the crafting grid, you also need to power the thing with aspects like Terra or Igneous or whatever, and that kind of energizes the recipe. So it's a more magical crafting table. I'm gonna make a chest to put things in. Okay, so let's see. I grabbed some ink sacks, right? Oh yeah. So I need to find. I'm looking at what the recipe is for a scribing tool. Scribing tool. So I need a file and a feather. So I'm grabbing a feather. And I'm gonna find a bottle. I'm not sure if I'm gonna find. Oh yeah, I do have a glass bottle. Oh no, it doesn't use a glass bottle. It uses those files. So I have to make those. That uses 3 pieces of glass, 3 blocks of glass, and some clay. Oh, I'm gonna sleep through the night because it's dark outside and I don't want monsters to spawn. Okay, so we're gonna grab some clay and some glass. 1, 2, 3 blocks of glass. Put them in the crafting grid here, and it makes 8 from that. And then I can make some scribing tools. I only need 1. And then I guess I'm gonna put the files. I'm gonna get some paper. I need paper for the research table, which I haven't made yet, but I will be making. And I'm gonna grab my jetpack, and I think I'm just gonna fly. Yes, we're just gonna fly up there because it's shorter. It takes less time. I'm planning on eventually building. I want to build some gate. There's these gateways you can make in Ars Magica, but I didn't feel like I had enough resources yet to make them. Because then I could do this more quickly, just step through, and I'd be right here. I could also use Mistcraft, but I felt like it's kind of, there. I just made this research table. You just right-click with the scribing tools on the table, on the 2 tables next to each other, and it turns into a research table. And then you put the scribing tools in the upper left-hand corner slot. You can see on the left here there are, you can see aspects. The aspects from Thaumcraft, excuse me. The same aspects that you get from researching that you get from scanning things. Oh, I just scanned this bricks. So I got some Saxum, right? So you have everything in the world, everything that's vanilla, plus a lot of things from mods, a lot of items and blocks from mods, but not all of them because it has to be, of course, written into the. I don't have enough knowledge yet to understand that. You can see on the bottom right-hand corner, it tells you if you didn't have the knowledge yet you need it. You kind of like have to work your way up. The simplest things you can scan right off the bat. Anything with just, say, the primal aspects. But things with other aspects that are compound aspects, before you can scan them, you have to have scanned the things that those aspects are made out of. Compound aspects are made from combining other aspects. You can see that in this. I'm looking at my Thaumanomicon. I guess I'm going to be talking about how to research things. I want to research. It would be a good thing to research expertise because that makes research easier. So I right-click on that flashing thing with describing tools in my inventory, and I get a research note. There, it's at the bottom on my hotbar. There's a research note right there. Research note. Now I take that and I put it into that right-hand top slot, and then I put the scribing tools back, and I can see we have this sheet of paper on the right where I'm going to be doing the research. It's a little mini game. Now there's 2 question marks right there. That means I don't know. There's 2 aspects. There's 2 aspects that this research uses, but I don't know them, so I can't actually do this research yet. I'm going to try to combine. I think I'm going to try to combine some to see if I get a new aspect, and I don't. So you can combine aspects to make more compound aspects. That what I just did was trying to do that. I'm going to take that research note out and find another one that I can actually research after I put this one away in this chest. I'm going to put the okay, so I thought I was going to put the ink sacs away, but I didn't. Okay, so I'm gonna look for something else, right? I don't remember what I chose. Something else to research. I guess I'm gonna pick. Am I gonna pick Nitor? Oh yeah, or I have to have the scribing tools in my inventory to click. Okay, so I clicked on Nitor. I think it's a left click, and then I get another research note. I have to put the scribing tools back because you need them in the research table to do this. Okay, so this has Lux and Ignis are 2 aspects that this research uses, and this is a little mini game. What you're going to do is connect these the 2 aspects that are already there in those. You're gonna by placing other aspects in those hexagons, and they have to be aspects that can link up with aspects that are already there, and they can link up if they contain. Let's see, if I find an aspect that has Lux in it, then I can put it down next to Lux. Here, I'm looking in the Ars Magica book. I was about to look in the Ars Magica book, and there's some little thing if you click the wrong way, something bad happens. I have to look at Lux and Ignis. I have to remember Lux and Ignis. So I'm going to look for other aspects that I can use to link Lux and Ignis together. So first, we want to find out what Lux is. A combination of air and Ignis. So if I place air next an air aspect in the grid next to Lux, it'll link up. Or if I place Ignis next to it, it'll link up. The other choice would be to find some aspect that has Lux in it as a component, and actually Tenebrae is a combination of Lux and Vacuous. So I could also do that. So I look for aspects that are either that make up Lux, or aspects that Lux is a component of. And you see, Ignis is a component of Lux. So if I place Lux next to the Ignis, you can see there's a little. If you look closely, there's a little line. So they're linked up. So that's good. And I can place Ignis next to the Lux on the left. Am I going to do that? I'm not sure. Yes, I'm going to put it right there. Okay, so now I have to find something to link up the Lux and the Ignis. And I put down the Ignis because that links up with the Lux on the left. But Ignis and Ignis don't link up to each other. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. An aspect doesn't link to itself. So I'm guessing I'm discovering that fact right now. But I took it out. and I'm going to look for something else. There's different ways you can do this. This isn't going to work either. I should have just left the Ignis there. So I wasted it. But anyway, so I just put a lux. I just put a lux like right above the two Ignis, and that linked the two Ignis together. And now it turned into a discovery. If you look up in the upper right hand slot, it says discovery. So I pull that out and put it in my hotbar, and then I select it and right click with it in my hand, and now it's unlocked the entry in my Thaumanomicon, right? And now it's not flashing. If I have to go back to that tab. I gotta find my way back. Okay, so now that's not flashing anymore. I can click on it, and I'll actually get to read the entry about Nitor and find out what it is and what I can do with it, right? Because before I couldn't open up this entry. I had to research it first. So it's telling me what Nitor is and how to make it. So I can actually make Nitor. I'm not going to make it right now. I didn't make it right then. But whenever I feel like I want to make Nitor, I can. You have to make it in a crucible. That's what that recipe was showing. I haven't actually made the crucible yet. I'm going to be doing it at the end of the episode. Actually, I might start doing that. I am going to do that right now. So to make the crucible, I put down the cauldron, which is a vanilla item. Did I try to scan it? I should have tried to scan it. Oh, I need the wand, so I'm remembering more. The wand is there. It's just hard to see. I think it's there. I have to grab the wand. Oh no, what am I doing? Yes, I'm grabbing the wand. Oh, I'm going to make another chest. Why am I making another chest? No, I'm not. What am I doing? Oh, maybe I'm just explaining how you can use the arcane work table or workbench as a vanilla crafting table as well. Yeah, so I'm just talking about how you use this thing. So there's recipes in Thaumcraft that require magic to fuel them, so you have to put the wand in there to do them. Anyway, so I'm going to right click on this, and that turns it into a crucible. And you need a heat source under the crucible. What I want to do is move the crucible. I really shouldn't have done it right there. I should have done it. Now I tried to use my dig spell, but it wouldn't work. I'm not sure why. It just doesn't like. There's some things that some blocks that you interact with, you can't really use the dig spell on. So I'm just going to break it with my hand, and I think I decided that I don't have a pickaxe with me. So I'm trying to break it with my hand, and what's going to happen is it's just going to be destroyed because you can't do it this way. So I'll just either off camera or in a subsequent episode, I'm just going to make another one and place it where I actually want it to be, because I'm going to put it like right there, right? I didn't want it to be in the middle of the room. I should have put it right there in the first place. Yeah, I'm going to put down the netherrack and light it on fire. Am I going to light it on fire to show? No. Anyway, eventually I light it on fire and discover that I didn't put it quite in the right place, so I'm going to actually move it also. But anyway, I think we're getting close to the end of the episode. It's almost the wrapping up point, but I'm just showing off the things I just made and what I just did. My research table, my arcane... I didn't go over there. I thought I was about to show off my arcane work table again. I guess I can talk about how I'm going to put all the large multi-block infusion thing right there, and how wonderful it's going to be. How great all my Thaumcraft stuff's going to be here. And we're wrapping up. It's almost time to wrap up the episode. So this has been Keith the Modesto playing. Am I going to hit F5 and show myself? No, I guess not. This has been Keith the Modesto playing Minecraft. Thank you for watching and have a great day.